Just waiting on a push.
Okay. Oof.
I don't know what the holdup is, but we are in a holding pattern.
Okay.
Here we go, Bo. Good afternoon. Welcome into our WBAY newsroom. I'm Chris Roth. Thanks for joining us on this First Alerts Fastcast this afternoon. On this Thursday afternoon, it has been a wet and rainy afternoon around the area. Let's take a look around the area before we bring in meteorologist Bo Fogel to tell us what's going to happen. We can see what is happening right now as you take a look at Sturgeon Bay. Still wet, some raindrops there on the camera. Up in the marina, as we take a look at Appleton, things have cleared up a little bit in Appleton. Green Bay starting to look a little better as well. And if we really head out west to Shawano, we can see that things are clearing up. So let's bring in meteorologist Bo Fogel with the very latest from our First Alert Weather Center. Good afternoon, Bo. It's been active for you, but sure looks like it might be slowing down a little bit.
It's going to be, yeah, it's active, but it's slowing down. I mean, right now we're seeing the peak of the thunderstorms coming through. It's going to be isolated to scattered thunderstorms. From now through about the evening commute, right around 5 or 6 o'clock, is the best time for these strong thunderstorms to possibly develop. We're going to take a look now at the First Alert Viper Max. You can see that spotty thunderstorms are popping up here and there. The main line of storms that came through earlier is now off into Washington Island and Door County. But you see behind that, spotty isolated thunderstorms are popping up, and a lot of them are becoming pretty heavy in terms of precipitation and some lightning too. All this moving to the northeast, but we still have chances of seeing more thunderstorms pop up in the next few hours. So here's the pinpoint predictor. In the next few hours, a lot of the thunderstorms will focus around the Fox Valley and just west of it, moving to the northeast. So on your way home, you might encounter some thunderstorms here and there. And then by the time we hit about 7 or 8 o'clock, they start winding down. So right now, it's quiet, but we're still not out of the woods. We still could see a couple more thunderstorms develop. We are still under a marginal risk for severe weather, which means that an isolated thunderstorm or two might become severe. It could create 40 to 60 mile per hour winds and hail reaching up to 1 inch in diameter. The tornado risk is very low. So I'm not too worried about tornadoes. So it's still a First Alert weather day for the next couple of hours until about 6 or 7 o'clock, and then we will analyze and think about if we're going to continue it or not. So again, on your way home, you might encounter some thunderstorms. Otherwise, Northwoods, they're cleaner now, and they're going to start seeing some nice weather in the next few hours. So if you live from Green Bay down to the Fox Valley and the Lake Shore, you have a chance of seeing some thunderstorms. So we'll stay in the weather department, we'll keep you up to date, and make sure you download our app to get the latest alerts.
Sounds like a good plan, Bo. It sounds like we're also going to be in much better shape coming up for the weekend, but I don't want to give away all your headlines.
Yeah, no, this weekend's going to look very nice. Might want to watch our 4. I'll give you the forecast for our weekend then.
Okay, sounds good. That's a heck of a tease, Bo. We appreciate your professionalism there. We'll see you coming up at 4 o'clock. Let's bring you back into the newsroom here, and we start talking about some of the other stories we're working on and some of the news that is happening today. Let's take you down to Milwaukee. Vice President Kamala Harris in town this afternoon. Her 4th visit to the state already this election year. She's highlighting the administration's economic policies, focusing in part on black small business owners. Harris will then travel to Chicago later today for a campaign event. Meanwhile, in other presidential political news, Donald Trump also telling a Milwaukee television station this morning that there is, quote, probably a pretty good chance, end quote, that he will name his running mate during the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. Of course, that's coming up July 15th through the 18th. That timing is not terribly surprising. Those announcements usually made at, around, near, sometimes right before those conventions, and so we can expect some news then. A story we are following today out of Campbellsport, that is in Fond du Lac County. A high school track athlete there is appealing a ruling by the WIAA that he cannot compete in varsity events, including the track postseason. Senior Josh Owanili, Josh Owanili is one of the fastest sprinters in the state right now, but he was caught from behind by a WIAA rule that states an athlete can only participate in varsity events if both parents reside in a school's boundaries. Well, Josh's parents are currently serving as missionaries in Ghana, where Josh also lived as a sophomore and junior. Our Emily Riley talking today with Josh's coach, along with the state lawmaker for that area, Ty Bowden, who is criticizing the WIAA for their stance on this story. And take a look at this. Feast your eyes on this, if you will. Let's bring this up for you so you know what we're looking at here. Some of the finest and rarest Italian-made automobiles are coming or are already in Green Bay. On Saturday from 2 to 6 o'clock, the Automobile Gallery and Event Center in downtown Green Bay will host its 2nd annual Festa Italiana. This is a fundraiser for this nonprofit organization, and these over 100 cars are going to be on display. Italian-made automobiles coming up today at 4:30. We're going to visit with the gallery for a preview of some of these. Well, you can see for yourself. Jaw-dropping vehicles. And, oh, by the way, their price tags and values. It is an amazing collection. We were out there this morning. It was fabulous, and the event is coming up Saturday from 2 to 6 o'clock, so you can check it out. You can get tickets at the door, but you'll learn much more about it coming up today on Action 2 News at 4:30. Take a look at, let's call this up so you can see some of the other stories on the front page of our website, wbay.com. You can get the latest news there as well. So there are some of the headlines today, and we'll have much more on these stories and more coming up tonight on Action 2 News at 4, 4:35, and 6 o'clock. So thanks for tuning in to our First Alert Fastcast. We will return you now to Local News Live, and we'll see you back here, as we said, coming up starting at 4 o'clock. Until then, have a great afternoon.